having some kind of familiarity with each other. I know you've spoken with each other, you've run jokes with each other and what have you. Why did you guys allow the situation that played out near the sit and sip bar on Sunday to go that far in terms of the weapon being drawn and police having to come and sort of break up the entire commotion?
When I stepped out, me and Paul had the said encounter, and I believe that we took it to a level that we didn't have to go to. It was early in the morning, tempers was flared up, and I think the political atmosphere we're in right now and the tensions, I think, and the words exchanged between me and Paul, I think that's what led to that, where it ended up when the police got there.
Now, Paul, at any point in all of this, did you consider taking the high road and just, walking away, or just keeping your opinions to yourself and just say, you know what, I'll leave it at that and be the bigger man and walk away?
Like Douglas said, temper, get out of hand. Yes, I thought about that, but I felt that through an exchange of words, and when you turn back around, and I realized, well, yes, this is get out of hand. So I have to show that, I don't want to back down, Like I said, me and Dougie are ballet for a long time, and I just, like man said, alcohol play one role, I believe. And for telling a man, in a way, I provoked the situation in a way, but they never may have to escalate to that. I was shocked, I was surprised, to be honest, I was surprised.
Mm-hmm. Now, you guys are both aware that this looks bad on you guys politically. I mean, bad enough that as friends it reached to this point, but in terms of the respective political organizations that you belong to, it looks bad that at the lower level, you have the area representatives and the hierarchy of the respective parties, but at the lower level, you guys resorted to drawing a weapon and you resorted to hurling insults and what have you. Is this, the fact that you're both sitting here at the moment, the result of calmer heads coming together, or is this the result of, let's say, a political directive that you guys need to resolve this issue one way or the other?
No, this is an calmer heads coming together. A neutral friend of mine and Paul reached out to both me and Paul after he heard what had happened, and he brought us to sit down, and he said he believed that we could have fixed the situation between me and Paul. And we sat down, both me and Paul agreed, we sat down and we decided to work it out. We also decided between me and Paul that it looks extremely bad for politics, and politics is something I love and Paul love. The nation knows that. We're on different divides, but that's democracy. And it will bring that kind of heated, if per se, confrontations or that sort of, but for lack of a better term, that's something where I love and where Paul love politics, and we the unite for the long haul, and we come from different walks of life, and we think that as men, we work it out.
Now, Paul, you're known for being a very outspoken person. For as long as I've known you, you've been a very candid person in terms of expressing yourself and your political views and what have you. And for as long as I know you, Doug, to an extent you've been fairly reserved, but you also have that side of you where you're a political adjutant. Talk to us about how you guys resolve the issue to where the charges are now being dropped, or the charges won't be filed, correct me if I'm wrong, simply because from looking at the video, it appears that you are in the fault for having drawn your weapon and waved it. Can you begin by talking to us about why you've now chosen to dismiss the process of going ahead with charges?
Through a mutual friend, like Dougie explained, reached out and said that, no, sit down and talk, man, go work this out, man. I come from a very religious family, and my mom always teach me in life that you have to forgive for God to forgive you. I explained that I don't want to proceed with the charges anymore because I don't want to see the man go to jail for what? Why want to get out of it? You know, he already explained to me, apologized to me, and I accept that.
That's from your perspective, and that is to be respected as such. However, the fact that there is footage out there and the fact that on Tuesday's newscast, the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Desiree Phillips, went ahead to mention that there is sufficient evidence to move against you with a criminal charge. That is from the police department. Where do you stand on that?
I won't comment on whatsoever the police department has said or the police department is doing. That's not my prerogative, and I can't get into that.
Now, is there anything else you gentlemen want to say with regards to either putting this incident behind you and looking forward?
Yes, the incident is behind us. We have talked. We have worked out our differences, you know, and it's time to move forward. We have to show it's our responsibility as people to explain to the people of this country that listen to me. Not become an incident gone on, we are pursuing to try to get a man locked up or get a man charged and stuff like that. So my responsibility to come to the media, explain to the media what really going on. Like I said, I'm a very forgiving person. I come from a very church-going family, and I have kids out there that I love dearly. My kids means the world to me. My wife means the world to me. I love them dearly. I'm not saying Mr. Grant, but I'm just saying because of the situation, you never know what could happen. I don't want to walk and look behind my back. I want to walk, and I know I'm straight. And so I'm so happy and so glad that we can work out this peacefully.
Mr. Grant, any final words on that?
My final words, I just want to publicly apologize for my behavior out there that night, and publicly apologize to Paul that I regret what happened, and I'm sorry.
And I accept your apology, and we're moving forward from here.